Hello, welcome back to part 2 of Saturday's stream. Hope you had a nice break. If you just joined, welcome. I think what we've just done is drop a new truck station here, and we're about to build a passenger terminal here, I think, and then change this so it's got some passenger stuff going on, and then build a passenger line up to New Orleans is the plan here. Now that we've got a little bus circuit going on down here, so we'll have to extend that to bring people over to the station. And we have a little bus station here, which is taking people, so we'll put a train station there. And then probably run down the coast that way and get our first passenger train going. That's the plan here. Started to build up a healthy amount of money, which is nice. FLQW, thank you 26 months. Jimmy Dude, thank you for subbing. Welcome. Barrels, 63 months. And Brian Cree, thank you 51. Thank you so much. Right, so now we've got that going again. I think it's going to take time to properly work through. Actually, if I delete that, is it going to delete that road? No, good. Okay. Now, if we put the station... A little bit of terrain management now. I've got some cash. Then passengers will walk over there that way. That's the plan. Is there a way to make a 2-lane entrance for the depots, or does it have to be different? You can make 2-lane. The trouble is you have to manage the lanes. If I go over here. So, at the moment, you've got this situation. Now, what happens is, if you build an entrance here, then your bus won't be able to go to that platform. So on the way in here, this is effectively like a one-way system, because I build my sort of depots. You can build them as left or right platforms. So if you build it like this, then stuff comes in and can only turn to the right to go into the platform. If you build them like that, then stuff can go in and go left or right, but what they do is they kind of loop back and come around, and I don't like them looping around, so I always build them with a one-way system in mind. Now later on, when I build lots and lots of platforms, I'll often put entrances in the middle, but then you only want them to go to platforms to the right of them, so you just kind of you just need to manage it. It's all doable. Multiple entrances is totally doable. You just need to manage the lines, if that makes sense. If they don't come in on the far left, then they won't be able to get anything to the left of them. I hope that kind of makes sense. It's hard to show at the moment without being able to build it. Single lane entrance drop into a single lane just looks so bad. It works absolutely fine. When you've got this situation here, this is flowing now because the goods are appearing. The thing that you have to watch is if you've told them to wait for goods, then they start to back up. It can choke off the entrance. So you could put another entrance further along and then have more platforms over here. There's lots of ways around it. You just have longer platforms if you want, or reduce the number of vehicles, or reduce the wait time. Yeah, it's all a big balance. But now that the goods have moved over, that'll stop being a problem. 13 months from Slecken, thank you very much. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Now, if we have it like nice and close, they'll be able to... You see, when you're putting these down, you see those little footpath connectors? That one there in particular. See that one in the middle? You kind of want that, because when the packs get off the bus, they can walk straight across into the platform. Because if I put that here, we don't get that. So I kind of want to do that with it. Jaffa, thank you for 69 months. Trucker Pat, thank you for 22. We've got a nice little PAX terminal there. Too much curvature. Lies. Absolute lies. What? Does horrible things to the road? That's better. It's kinked it a bit. Look at this. Look at this. Whee! As you come in. Yes, that I just built the wrong one, didn't I? I think I meant to build one of those. Good spot. That's saved me a bit of grief. Passenger. There we go. That should do it. Been stressed with all the new training at work. Became show branded at your FPO. Can't imagine the training for fuel trucks. You're dealing with a flammable liquid. Right, we're going to have to pause this because we're going to have to reconfigure this slightly. So ideally, on this side, we don't need those anymore. So what I'd like to do is replace those with passenger buildings. Can I put the bigger ones in? Put the smaller ones in. On this side, delete this road and redo it. We're going to have to put the train over, I think, a bit as well. Where's it currently coming in? Okay. So maybe have that other one going in there as cargo is one option, or leave it as it is and add more track is the other option. What we can do is, if we pump that line, this one, if we pump that onto platform 2, that'll move all the goods onto there. And then we can now change this to PAX platform. Like that. Kamikaze, thank you for 27 months. What's all the mass transit hubbub? Got a feeling we might need these later. Thanks, game. Thanks for changing my defaults. Do that, and then we'll have a little road there. Okay, so that is all connected. That's connected to that. Connected to that. That's all good. Many times you've debated this game, many times you said it's probably more fun to just watch. We should be able to unpause that now. And I think our main road is going to be this one, so what we'll do is we'll go for the bigger road. Get an upgrade going. And let's see. Which way do we want the vehicles to come in and out? That's the question. I think I want to keep that for the trucks, and I think we'll just have the buses go this way. That's a better way of doing it. We'll keep them away from each other. Oh, why you do horrible things with the road game. Come on. What is that? Dear me. That's nasty. Technically speaking, we don't need that road. Do that. That's better. Then future expansion. We'll get that going. So at the very least we can start building a perimeter type road. Good links to that. So that way we can just shuttle people to here and then they can make their own way back, I think. Right then. I think that depot's going to have to go. I think we'll reconfigure this and put a couple of tracks down the side. And we'll use that. It's going to have to be changed. Baton Rouge coal mine. Nice. We'll take these two platforms for now. Okay. So we want a way to get over to that side. And we double slit that. Should be able to put trains on that one as well. It still doesn't remember your signaling defaults. Still doesn't do it. That is not what I wanted. Yeah, it's like every time you restart the game or load the game or it crashes and you start it again, every time it will put the signaling default back to no. Every single time. It never remembers. There's no setting you can change. I wouldn't mind if I could just go to settings and say default to one-way signal. That would be a good start. But it is a little bit annoying. No, I don't think there's meant to be a two-way. There was a two-way here just for that siding. That's about it. I wasn't really sure what I was doing with that yet. But that will get us pack strains onto there. So then we've just got to get from here to where we're going. Try and follow the coastline if possible. So if we look at the layout, you can see we can stay relatively flat along the water side here. And then probably come in that way. Maybe put a platform about there. And we come out that way. There's quite a lot of hill around here. We'll build it as a PAX. We may want to go out that way later. We just have to manage the road network. So if we build it that close, it's automatically connected. Might just do that. There we go. Cool. That should also increase the amount of passengers we get on these buses once this is up and running. So this is New Orleans to West Covina? Yep, West Covina. We need to establish the bus as well. So We might as well make a stop on the way through. Jeez. There's a lot of buildings if I upgrade that. I think we'll move that to here instead of there. What? Why does it need to do that? Wait, what? Why does the bus come along and then do a U-turn in order to go down here? Why can't it just turn left? Is it saying it can't get over there quickly enough? The heck? I don't understand that. So what would it do if I deleted that piece of road then? Oh, now it can do it. What? I genuinely don't understand that. Has it crashed? I think I just broke the game. Oh, the new features are great. The crashing, not so great. No, I paused it. Whew. I thought it crashed. I paused it somehow. I don't understand this. This makes zero sense. What for doing that? I don't... This is... There is no waypoint, is there? The only waypoint is down here. Waypoint there. If I get rid of that waypoint, it does that, and still does that. This is bonkers. Well, that's why I moved it further back. There should be plenty of time to cross over here and get into that. It still can't do it. Can make a left turn at intersection. We know it can make a left turn because if we get rid of that piece of road, it turns just fine. But when I put the junction back, for some reason, now it does it. But I think there's a bug here, guys. There's something very odd about this. This has got to be a bug. There's something very strange going on here. I don't have a bus lane unlocked yet, Mr. Dragon. Don't believe. Do I have a bus lane? I do now. I think I must have recently unlocked bus lines. Why does that fix it? I don't get it. It has to do with lane arrows. Nothing's changed. No comprende, señor. Oh, it's pricey, isn't it? It's got to be done though. We're at the stage where we just have to take the pain. Keep the buses flowing. Anyway, so, as I was trying to do, West Covina, train buses. I think we're going to need more platforms here. When you add the bus line, it allows both lanes to turn left. I get that, Matty, but why, without the bus line, why can't it just move like all the other vehicles into this lane and turn left? That's what every other vehicle in the game is doing. Why does the bus think, I can't turn left here, I need to go straight on and then do a U-turn in the road? Why does it do that? Or like over here when it was going, oh, I need to turn right and do a U-turn. What's all that about? Well, that's why, Zagoku, that's why the bus station was here, I pushed it back to here, then I pushed it back to here, and it was still doing it. There's plenty of time to change lane. Yeah, Mr. Dragon, the bus stop was here, so it stops in that lane, crosses over, moves lane onto left, and then turns left. What's wrong with that? What's the thing there is? Right, I want fairly quick. We'll make a nice little shuttle. Okay, right, so we've got the packs going. It doesn't, the game factors in a chance of a bus stop, so they might stay right. I don't understand that. Put them over there. Okay, right. West Covina to New Orleans. West Covina. The Isuzu truck, flatbed and tank truck. Okay. Now then, what train do we buy for this? That's the question. I might have to move it over and put another lane in. Stick that over there. Get rid of that. Add another entrance here. Sorry guys. Random cough. Can I not join? That's weird. Can't join from... So they'll flow in that way now and get a longer queue. I mean, you know, they've got a bit of a downhill section going on, but we don't worry about that. How is that a thing? It wouldn't pass. Earlier on, I was trying to build a train line like this. It was going, no, that's too steep. But that's okay. I can't leave it like that, can I? I'm going to have to change it. Right, let's pause that. Let's delete that. Okay, that's what we're working to. Let's start by flattening this out a bit. Okay. Why game? Why does that make sense? You know why? Because this is shorter. So now we need to add a waypoint. Edit that. You go that way. Job done. And that'll sort itself out. Right, we need to buy a PAX train. Start off by looking at the PAX wagon. 1,980 Ks. The cheapest one is that one. There's 150 Ks. That does 180 Ks. I think our line does 120 unless we upgrade it. Diesel, electric, steam. 1967. I mean, these are like $2 million each. I'll do 120. That's got a lot of pulling power. $140 or $160. The Alco is very cheap to run. It's like half the price and does 188. 1600 kilowatts. It's got a fraction of the power though. It's half the price. I think it has to be that just to make it. It's not going to be a big line. Well, in terms of multiple units, these do tend to be quite slow initially. The Zephyr's not bad. You need 52 people with a 4 times loading speed. We could just go for a Zephyr actually. Look, it has a curse system as well. I mean, 1.1 million, we're probably not going to make that money back, 1.2. But it'll grow the towns quite a bit. I think we'd take one of them. Let's get the line going. I hope you like Chrome. The most reflective train in the world. Whoops. This click pipe. God, I wish you'd just hold shift down. It would just upgrade everything between stations. Right, high speed line there. Oh, how do we do this again? Tools, there it is. You have to go to tools to upgrade. It's so bizarre. There we go. Make all those quick. How did that train do turn going from depot onto mainline? It came out of the depot and it went onto the track here because it has a double slip switch, and then it got to the platform here, and by the magic of game it turned round. I'm not seeing any packs yet. These trains running. Nobody on there. Don't you need passenger underpasses for the packs to get to the platforms? I don't know actually. I don't know if it models that bit. Because they're available... I don't know, is the answer. I mean, we'll put them in. I don't know if they're just a visual thing. We'll see when people start turning up soon. If they don't turn up, something's wrong. There you go. Somebody there. 5 people. They obviously think they're going somewhere. MT, thank you very much for 9 months. Let's take a ride on board. See how quick it gets up to speed. One thing this map has is a lot of hills. I just did. Look around. H for horn, mate. See, it's nowhere near top speed yet. The levels of industry. They didn't really change the levels of industry. I'm using a mod for that. They changed the levels of buildings so that they demand new industry. I love the fact we've got this kind of hilly desert setting in a temperate climate, because you get loads of rocks and hills, but you also get the grass and trees. It's kind of cool. Don't think they're updated. Some of them are working, some of them are not. I'm using the industry levels mod. Lotus, how you doing? 91 months. Finally made it home from hospital. GG, sir. Pleased about be out of that side room, not able to leave. Dude, I can't even begin to imagine. I'm so glad you're home. $116, 17K, is that it? You haven't put any signals on the packs though? That's not true. I put a lot of signals here. I just didn't do it on this bit. Ooh, I've got 6 people waiting. Amazing. You wasn't impressed like trying yourself? It's a bit meh. I've got a feeling that the Alco could do a lot better. Yeah, $1 million ticket. Ooh, look at that income. Woo! Oh, look at you lot. Just missed the train. Look at that. Don't worry, the next one will be here in... Well, let me. $8 minutes. What a frequency. See, the other option is to bring in Alco, which can do 188, like that. And then Pax wagons, which can do 180. There is literally no difference between those two. I can only do 19. So to get up to the capacity of that other one, you need like 3 of them. That's a $6 million train. It's $1 million just for the cars per year. And 1.1 for that. It's over $2 million for that train every year. But it'll get up to speed. So we could buy it and see what happens. See what the game does with that. See what speed it gets up to. I mean, given the distance involved, people may pay for this because they have no other way of getting up to New Orleans, no way of getting up. That's a slow down from HP because the connection from the depot. You what? You reckon that slowed it down? That's scumbaggery if that's true. Crossing over a slower track shouldn't cause that, but who knows? Oh, this is doing about a top speed. $55 people waiting. It's picking up. That's a full train going back. Hopefully. %50 growth. That's going to grow the town. Look at that, full train. Oh, nearly. Nearly had a full train. Eurovich, thank you for 67 months. Now, if we go back here, we've got 23 waiting here. I reckon we can chuck another one out now. Because this line's starting to establish itself. Hopefully these buses are going to start picking up. Yeah, we've got people waiting for the train. Oh, dude, we've had a couple of guys in here with 101 months. We've had 2 guys in here, sorry, 104 months. We've had 2 getting the 100 months of it. Bonkers. Okay, let's leave that for a bit, see how it gets on. JT, how you doing? Okay, right. Let's go and check on everything else. A new quarry is available. That's not much help. So we've got some buses going. We've got a good, healthy amount of combat now. Look at this. Probably worth checking. Yeah, that drop-off is fine. Leveling up on the combat. Nice. Haywood now needs 48 combat. So that's starting to pick up. Cool. They've already got 199 destinations by car. But it's not showing me where they're going. So it must be in a city. Because they're not going anywhere else. Maybe we should stick a little bus circuit in there, get in there early. It needs food, yeah. It's not getting any yet. At some point we may want to come down here and here. So let's stick our station on this side. The Bryce is saying transport feeder is more like managing building your transport infrastructure versus city building. Kind of. Transport feeder is more about logistics. And yeah, Skylines is more about building cities. And managing traffic. In Skylines you end up managing traffic a lot. Right, let's go down that road for now until the city's a bit bigger. $737 PMDG's available. Lol, nearly. Okay. Combat and fuel is making it in. How's the stone doing? That's still not leveled up properly yet. Shipping 200. That's just about starting to break even. 59 stone. That's making profit on the shipping line, which is good. Although last year it seems to have a bit of an interruption. Fuel's making great money. Did you build all the roads to the city outside? The city mostly builds itself, but you can modify it. That just leveled up. New Orleans 113, Hayward 51. Can we take combat from here somewhere else? I'd love to get it over here, but it's so tricky. If only there was a city along the river, that'd be absolutely ideal. But the nearest one is all the way down here. I mean, we could ship from Palm Bay. That's a long, long run. But it's possible. The other thing is this line bringing anything back? Or does it just move fuel? It takes fuel that way. Does it bring anything back? It does not, does it? It could, in theory, bring Conmat back here. If it brought Conmat back here, we could dump it into West Covina, but maybe. You can build canals, Zugoku. I've built them before. They're awesome, but they take a lot of money. $5 million in maintenance. Yeah, it could bring combat this way. Where do we take it? Seattle doesn't need it. Newport's already getting some. To get it from there to here would require a cargo train that we currently don't have. Is it a liquid ownership, that one? No, the shaft housing could take anything. So it could bring combat back. The Axle P is a liquid only. Something's wrong with West Covina. Why is it only getting one of each item? It's not. What do you mean? It's getting 92 combat. If we can bring that combat back this way, it will help the shipping lane because they'll get paid both ways. But we still have to get it from here to here. And then into town. Which it could do on the fuel run if we put non-dedicated fuel trucks on it. So we could replace them. And then we just have to get it to here. The ship condition doesn't matter unless you're worried about emissions, and emissions don't matter at sea anyway. So you can literally ignore ship condition. It does not matter a jot. That's a lot of packs here. lot of people are wanting to go to the train station. We've got another room for a cargo run, but I don't know if it's worth laying on a train just for some combat, you know? I suppose we could just truck it in, couldn't we? Just upgrade this road here and truck it down there. Maybe that would bring some packs via Austin, because they're already driving this way anyway. Actually, that's a good point. We could do that. If we actually create a road from here to here, a good one, then we can also start doing a passenger run by bus from Austin to West Covina and use that to bring the combat in from the ship. That would work nicely, actually. Let's do that. I'll have to pause this because we're going to break this road. They never like it when you do this. Is the game easy to play? It's got a lot of depth to it, so it's easy to get into, but then a lot deeper than you might think. A lot of things that you have to learn on the way, if that makes sense. Construction not possible. Why not? Doesn't like that much. Now the drop off of fuel is going to be over here, so I'm thinking we also create another road over there or something. Right, so we want to go from here, which I just broke. That's a lot of oil. Do we finally need 2 ships to keep up with this? The demand has dropped something nasty. What's going on? West Covina oil will close if it's not saved. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't want to lose that one. You scumbag game. Hang on. I might have to bring some oil in. Just to keep it. I think the West Covina truck station might not be connected to the train station anymore. Something's wrong. Something definitely just broke. I think it was that might have broken it. Or do you mean something else? Yeah, I'm going to add a line to it, but it's just a pain, isn't it? Some storage in there. Something definitely just broke because that seems to have collapsed. None of that refinery looked attached to the shipyard. Well, this... that is attached to the shipyard, for sure. The thing I'm worried about is when you click on this, it only highlights that bit in white. Why is that? Why does that main building allow road connections, but this one does not? What's going on? You need a ramp onto the dock for that. It looks like it only highlights that bit. That's interesting. Check the West Covina truck and train station connections. Well, this lot. Oh, you remember when I reconfigured this road? It's no longer... That's when it happened. That's when it... Because this used to be connected to that road, didn't it? We just need a footpath. There you go. Yeah, good spot. That's the one. When I reconfigured that road, it broke the connection from this back to the train station, which then killed the demand for fuel and stuff in West Covina, which then brought the demand for the refinery right down. That's what it was. Yeah, it's been going for a little while, that is. Hopefully that's fixed now. Yikes. Right. So we should still be able to bring Conmat back from there to there, as long as we establish a line, but I want to save this oil well. So we just need something down here as well. Luckily, we just built a brand new road. Right, I'll put that in there. That's connected. West Covina Oil isn't connected by road. It doesn't need to be. The crude only ever goes that way. Then the fuel comes back. So when the fuel's dropped off, as long as that's connected to the station, it's fine. This only ever goes by train. So this is connected. Right, so if you establish a line for this crude. Austin crude. South. And we'll add a pickup from here. Drop to there like that. Might as well wait. I'll stick another depot out here. That should save that well. There you go, shipping. So I assume we have to deliver it to prevent closure. Enable production or ship items within 175 days. Like, you think you've got a lot of time, but you've not. You literally need to pause it because you've got to allow time for this truck to get over there as well. In fact, I'm going to tell it not to wait. Or rather just wait for 60 seconds. Because if he doesn't make that delivery on time, that thing's going down. Okay, so if we now set up a bus station over here, let's imagine that town grows. It's going to be like that. Will we ever train that way one day? Probably not. But I think we'll keep we'll keep the bus station out here somewhere. Keep it out of town a bit. Couple of platforms. Pack storage. Let's see. We have a nice chunky road down here. Upgrade that lot later. Alright, hon. See you later. do it like that. Let's build them a nice perimeter road before they get too big. And then for now, we'll just have a small, very small bus circuit. Kian, thank you for 31 months. We can use that depot there. Where's that? That thing needs to arrive before that closes. Oh, hang on. It's removed it, look. Because something was picked up, it's like wiped out the warning. So that's not getting trashed anymore. So all you've got to do is do a pickup. That's cool. Right. Get a couple of buses going. And then we want an Austin to West Covina fast bus route. Put up, we can spell Austin. Let's do a pink color. Why does it not... Wait, is that an available platform? Interesting. Go 5. Cool. Let's give that a quick save. So that should help West Covina as well. Give them some more destinations. Let's see how the pack situation's coming along. Break even stroke slight profit. Not too bad. Just have a lot of people waiting here though. Okay, I'm going to change this. We'll change that loop so that that's not interfered with by the blue buses. They can always walk there if they need to, but most of the packs here wanted to go to the train station. Gameroon, thank you for 5 months. Kian, thank you for 31. Hyperdriver, 17 months, Squirrel, lots of chat. Hope everyone's doing alright. Sorry, I can't hang out, just want to renew myself. I'm sorry I missed that, Hyperdriver. You're probably gone by now. Thank you very much. I get kind of focused on this game.